The next 2 years can change your life in crypto. We have a chance right here that we are not getting again ever. And you can really turn your financial situation completely around. And all you need to do right now is not fuck up. So let's make sure that we have the knowledge to not fuck this up. Okay. So let's take a look what's up with the crypto market and how to best prepare for this. Okay. So at the moment of recording, I want to say that very clear because this is the BLX chart. Bitcoin is here sitting at $52,000. Okay. So with $52,000 Bitcoin, right, it is quite bullish. At the moment, we just need to go up with another 32%. And we take out the all-time high, the actual ever all-time high. That's far, right? Or that's not far. If we want to go back to the bottom, though, then we would have to fall with at least 70%, right? Now, that happened before, yeah. I mean, but that was the COVID wick, right? And that was a black swan. You don't want to, count on a black swan. But I want to be the only person here, apparently, that says, like, hey, guys, it is not impossible, right? Am I betting my money on it? Fuck no. But always keep some cash aside, right? Because people that weren't keeping cash aside right here, they ended up well eventually, but they missed such a fucking life-changing opportunity. It was incredible. Okay, so I mean, if you look at last cycle, Bitcoin at the highs right here, right at the 618, where we are sitting right now as well, Bitcoin fell 70%. Okay, so again, don't want to play the negative, person right here. Don't want to play the bear right here. But it has shown us like, hey, if there's some bad shit going on, Bitcoin can go to 15K. Now, again, want to make very clear, I don't expect that because you cannot expect a black swan. All right. Although we always can fall, Bitcoin is super bullish at the moment. The ETF money is coming in right now. And if you look at the crypto market, especially at Bitcoin, you can give your price prediction based on whatever the fuck it might be. Everybody can give a prediction, and most of these predictions are going to turn out to be wrong anyway. So I gave my predictions a couple of times, but I can already tell you that's going to be wrong, right? I'm not going to be completely right about that. But some people say like, yeah, we're not going higher than 80K. Like, bruh, 80K. Like, what we did for the last year was a run of like 230%. You're telling me that now, before the halving, until the end of the cycle, we're not going to have a higher run than 53%? Stop that. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course we go higher than 80K. And some people say 100K, some people say 150, some people say up to 300, 400. We'll see. We'll see what it's going to do, okay? All I can say is that from this point, in at least the coming cycle, this cycle, this bull market, Bitcoin is not going to, change your life unless you already have like $500,000 sitting in Bitcoin. You can make more than $1 million off of it, of course. But that's not going to be that spectacular. What is going to be spectacular is the altcoin market, right? Now, the altcoin market, it is super interesting. Let's first take a look at the total crypto market. So the total crypto market is now, let's say $2 trillion. Okay, it was sitting at 3 at the top of the last bull run. So we still have some room to go before we even go to that all-time high, let alone surpass it. Like, well, that's what we do. We are high, lower, high, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. So it's basically in a major macro uptrend since like the beginning, right? There's no reason for it to now just do this. Like what happened, right? Of course not. It's the most innovative piece of technology, probably after the invention of the internet, and it has some more room to grow, in my opinion. Now, will Bitcoin ever, by the way, go to $1 million and higher? Bitcoin is designed to go up. Bitcoin is not designed to go down. Very simple. There's a limited supply, but there's more demand. So that cannot drive the price down. That can only drive the price up. If you just look at it like that, then or all of a sudden the demand has to vanish. But why would that be like that? No, of course not, right? Give it like 10 years, we'll get there, probably. Don't come at this channel in 10 years and be like, Bitcoin is just 900k, bro. You suck, right? Like, I know. Don't tell me. But the total crypto market has a long way to go. Now, this could go to like, whatever, man, 8-10 trillion dollars this time, right? That means a lot of money flowing into the market. Now, if we do take a look at the altcoin market, let's say that the altcoin market, it's now this is not the right chart. The altcoin market, excluding the top 10, okay, is now $220 billion. 220 billion, okay? It went to 500 billion. Can this go to like 2 trillion? Yeah. If the total crypto market goes to like, let's say 8 trillion, then this can get like 25% piece of that, I guess. In an alt season, that's possible. Now, does that mean that if this goes to 2, that we're just going to pull off a 10x right here? Not even. And that depends what altcoins you're in. Because I don't want to say something that makes you do very, risky shit. But if you invest in an altcoin with a $1 million market cap, right, and it goes to 500 million, you make 500x. But this chart won't change because of that specific altcoin. Because what's 500 million to 227 billion? It's dust. It's nothing. But if there's enough liquidity in there and you have some money in it, that can completely change your life. Right? So where the collective altcoin market can go up with like, I don't know, 20x, you can easily get way more out of it. Also way less if you invest in crap, okay? I don't want to, I don't want to make this video come over like, oh, it's super bullish and we're all going to make 100x's and nobody loses. Yeah, they're going to be losers. They're going to be a lot of losers, all right? Crypto is and will be player versus player. Please remember that. The people that were buying here, they bought it from the losers, the people that sold there, right? And the people that sold here, they sold it to the losers, the people who bought it here, right? And your job is not to be a loser. Your job is to buy it low and sell it high. And it sounds absolutely easy, but if everybody thinks it's easy, then it's not going to be easy, right? There's always moments where you have a very hard time, especially if you're in the middle of it. I mean, I'm putting these charts on the weekly chart, right? And on the weekly chart, in hindsight, it looks so easy. But in the middle of this, on the daily, for example, let's say we are here, man. Let's say we are here. This is like we were running up. You have so much gains. We're running up. Let's say you did not even sell too soon and you actually bought the lows, right? And you're sitting on the 10x right here or even more. $400 billion market cap. And you'd be like, damn, because here it was high, here it was high, here it was high, here it was high, here it was high. Why would you sell here if you're in the middle of it, right? You just see this and be like, oh my God. I just need another like 2x and my life will change. So that means you're fucked, right? Because then the market does this. You'll be like, yeah, just a normal red candle. Look, we're green again. Turned out to be a big wick. And we went down with 34% in a single day. And you'll be like, what the fuck just happened? More than a third of my portfolio got wiped out within 24 hours. And you start to panic. And if you do not panic sell, you get this green dildo right here of 16%. Yeah, bull markets are wild, right? You get this one here. You think, oh, we're back. And a day later, another 12% washout. A day later, another 7% washout. Be like, holy fuck, it's now even lower. Okay, let's hold on a little bit. And what happened the day after that? it went from top to bottom, another 34% flush. And that sucks. A lot of people panic sold. Why do you think that this candle was going down? Because people sold, right? So this was going down right here. You don't want to be the seller right there, all right? And still, compared to where you bought it, it was a great sell. But in the middle of it, you feel like, shit, I could have really had twice as much. And then you sold, watch the market go down, you feel good, right? But then you see the market go up, you'd be like, oh, fuck, I could have had way more if I didn't sell. Okay, let's maybe buy a little back. And then, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should be wise this time. And then the market goes up, 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 up. And you'd be like, oh, my fucking Lord, I screwed it all up, right? And then you're buying it back. And then the bear market starts, really. And you'd be like, okay, DCA, 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 DCA. And all your money is worth absolutely nothing right here. Therefore, I don't like crypto channels, but that's me. That's not that that's a bad thing. But I don't like crypto channels really that much that are focused on the, the 4 hour or the daily chart or so. You are so on top of it that you can't see what's going on around you, right? Therefore, I just like always to, put it on the weekly, if not the monthly, right? Just look at it like this and be like, okay, where are we, right? Let's compare cycles. We have the 4-year cycle, right? It's February 24. It's comparable to February 2020. What happened right there? Feb 2020 was here. Okay, what happened here? Well, basically, we went out of the accumulation phase, but we also had a crash first, right? So this could both happen right now. So at this point, I feel like, okay, and of course, we are not here, right? We are here. But the cycles are intact. Until the day of today, the cycles are fully intact. And it's actually, as long as it works, it's a cheat code, right? It's a cheat code. You can just look at the previous cycle, be like, okay, let's do this. And so far, it would have worked. People say you can't time it. Yes, you can. It's stupid that you can't. You can, right? And in the future, you can't, right? It will change someday, probably. But as long as it hasn't changed, who am I to say like, no, I will do something different now? Like, come on. It's written on the wall. What are you doing? So I look at it like, okay, we could do this, could do this. Let's wait a little bit, right? Could also go sideways. We could do something different, but this is give or take where we are. And we are at the halving almost. Well, that's true, right? We have the halving coming in April somewhere, right? Almost there. So we have the halving coming. And after the halving, we always go parabolic, right? So not saying that we will go parabolic, but there's a very good chance, let alone, going down. I don't think so, right? That won't make sense. Of course, first month, 2 months after the halving, you can go a little down sideways. But overall, then again, you're stuck on the daily chart. Don't do that. That's too short term for people. Like if you're trading it, okay. But if you're just investing in the bear and selling in the bull, don't look at these daily charts, man. It sucks. It sucks. It gets you really, like I said, washed up in the moment. So what I also think is interesting is a lot of people, they look at this chart right now, right? We're here. And they be like, wow, look at the altcoin market, man. From the bottom to where we are right now, it did a 3x. We're fucking late, right? We're too late. Look at this parabolic. We're too late. Yeah, if you zoom in enough, then everything looks terrifying, right? But if you zoom in on this right here, look at this. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Sorry for that. Sorry. Look at this. This was, if you look at this previous cycle, right? Out of the bull market into the bear, sideways, bull market. We can all agree that this looks sideways, like just sideways, 100% sideways, right? But if you zoom in enough, there you go. If you zoom in enough, then you will see if you are in the middle of it, like, yeah, look at this run, right? We just did a 3x. What did we do right here? Did a 4.5x. Whoa. We're too late, right? Or we are too late. I don't know. It, of course, wasn't the best possible area to buy, but still, right? If you zoom out and look what came after, then would you really complain if you bought anywhere? That's the same as here, right? Not even. This is like lower. If we really want to do what we did last cycle, we have to go 4x. And we first have to go here, 300 billion, right? Even that would have been a great buy. If you just dollar cost here, 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 wherever, this whole area, right? Great buy. Last cycle, at least. So I guess my point is, don't be too picky about where you buy if you are in for the long term. And if you are in for the long term, you should be able to stomach these temporary losses, right? And they suck. In the meantime, they suck, man. I mean, you know, people bought here this week. People bought there, and what happened? Like 2 weeks later, we came down with 25%. Again, quarter of your portfolio washed out. You felt like shit. But now, a couple of weeks later, we're already back there, right? So the only problem that these people actually have is if they panic sold here. So, and that's when you get emotional. That's when you like panic sell. Right? So don't do that. If you have a plan, stick to it. Do you have a plan to invest now for the long term, for the bull market, for the top? Don't try to care about 20% moves, right? Or 30% moves. These happen all the time. Right? If you look in the last bull market, man, we were going parabolic, but even in that parabolic move, we regularly went down 30% here. We went down 26% here. We went down 23% here. And then it was up only, up only, up only, right? And even here, we went down 34%, right? We went down, I don't know, like 40% even maybe, from wick to wick, like 34%. 34% moves are common, right? It happens. It needs to be. People take profits. It happens, right? It makes the chart strong. So if it happens, be like, oh, nice. Let's get that entry. If you panic sell, then you're apparently not as convinced in what you're investing in or in the type of market that we are in. Right? But always think about this. And this chart shows it even better. White lines are the halvings. After this halving, parabolic. After this halving, parabolic. After this halving, parabolic. We now get a halving. Again, will we go parabolic? I don't know, but at least up, right? That's what we always do. Like, it would be really weird if we now just go down after the halving, right? So just try to remember that. And also, be patient. Patience is a bitch if you do not have it. Same as money, basically. If you don't have it, then it's going to suck, right? Because here as well, we had the halving, and people probably thought like, oh yeah, we're going parabolic. And nothing happened for a couple of months, right? We were sitting here at 9,400 at the highs, right? And here, we were also there, right? From April till July, it's 3 months of nothing. People thought, never mind, and they sold off right here. We went from 10.5K all the way to 8K, right? People gave up, and then parabolic, right? Have conviction, and yeah. Also, if you notice that you're getting too emotional about it, then you should think like, am I maybe a little overexposed to crypto? Right? Otherwise, like, if you can miss that money, then you should not care. And yeah, and you know what? I mean, like I said, with altcoins, that's what I think is really going to do it for us. But we haven't seen that yet. right? We have seen Bitcoin going up more than 3x right now. We have seen the altcoin market going up 3x. Right, so it's not that altcoins have been outperforming Bitcoin yet, right? We can take a look at the total 3. And this chart, from the bottom until where we are right now, has gone up 85%, right? But that's everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that also goes for stable as well. They don't go up, of course, right? Therefore, we can take a look at others. Others is the top 125 excluding the top 10. Right, so no USDC, no USDT, but also no Solana, Cardano, XRP, BNB, like not really the altcoins people like, yeah, you know what I mean. And this has gone up same as Bitcoin, right? So even the altcoin market, excluding the high caps, wasn't able to outperform Bitcoin yet. And that's because if you look at the Bitcoin dominance that has been going up, Bitcoin is dominating the crypto space more and more and more, right? And if we go down, we will see an alt season. This was the biggest alt season we have ever seen and that we will ever see. Second best. This will be diminishing, right? There are more altcoins in the market right now. There are more stables in the market right now. This will never be this high again, right? Doesn't mean that this is the floor though. We can go lower, but I don't know. If this is give or take the floor area, then we will never see such a big alt season that we had before. But this was absolutely ridiculous. This also, it's like ridiculous. Like even with a safe portfolio, like not even the risky shit coins, easy 100x. Easy. This alt season, I think, is gonna provide us with some very good gains. If you are, I wanted to say if you are in the right projects, but most important is if you have the right timing. Right? The right projects, it doesn't even matter that much. Okay, a lot of people say like, yeah, this altcoin is best, this altcoin. Bro, look at the charts. Every altcoin topped out in the same period last bull market together with Bitcoin. So timing is way more important, all right? Therefore, I don't talk a lot about altcoins. I rather, I can give you a good list with good altcoins, for sure. But yeah, if you buy them at the wrong time, then what use is it, right? It sucks. You could have bought the best coin out there, the most reliable coin, which is Bitcoin, at the worst possible time and still lost money, right? And then people, by the way, always be like, yeah, Bitcoin is boring, it's not making big gains. In the last cycle, it did a 21x. You can make a 21x in 2 years for literally holding the safest crypto asset by far out there, right? Like, and you're playing the risky altcoin market for 30x's? Don't underestimate Bitcoin, man. It's like, I don't know why I see it so much, but nah. So, but still, from 50K now, we're not going to get a 20x probably this cycle, right? So therefore, you want to take a look at the altcoin market. And the altcoin market is going to provide us with that. We will get an alt season. And in my opinion, it's going to be later on this year. Now, what's interesting though, is we had the Bitcoin ETF, right? And once we got, like, there was a run up. We got the Bitcoin ETF and it got sold off, right? There was the sell the news, I guess. But this pump right here is actual ETF money coming in, right? Which pumps Bitcoin with 34%. Now, I want to show you something really cool. 34%. Right, so if you do take a look at Bitcoin's market cap, it's $1 trillion. Now, Ethereum is a third of that. Okay? We also getting Ethereum ETFs. So, and I'm not saying that there will go just as much money in Ethereum as in Bitcoin, but no, if there's a lot of money going into Ethereum, then Ethereum can pump way harder than 30%, right? Let's say maybe 80 or so. That could push Ethereum to its all-time high or beyond. Now, Ethereum is an altcoin. That could, be the narrative for alt season, because the total 2 will go up. Like you know that cheat. It's so fucking weird how it all plays out. You know that sheet, right? Where they you know that sheet where it says like, hey, how does the cycle look like? You have Bitcoin first, then Ethereum, then the high caps, then the mid low caps, and then alt season. It's so weird. We just got the Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin is now exploding. All of a sudden, in a couple of months, it looks like we're getting the Ethereum ETF. That could be the second step. Ethereum exploding. Like, it's weird, right? Like, we already know how the market moves. My neighbor is fucking it up. We already know how the market moves. Now, what's the news going to be? Now, the news is the ETF. It all makes sense, right? So we can see Ethereum blow up second half of the year, maybe. And then that money goes into the rest of the altcoin market. It's funny. It's pretty funny how it works, actually. So I think that the total 2, this is everything excluding Bitcoin, so there's also Ethereum, could really pop off then. And then the total 3, right? Which is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that could really be starting this chart, others, so the altcoin market, to really go parabolic. I am so fucking excited for the end of the year. Don't fuck up. Like I said, that's all you have to do. All you have to do is not fuck up. And what can you fuck up? Well, there's so much you can fuck up in crypto. Could have, would have, should have. That's also crypto related. Right? Believe me, oh my God, I fucked up so many things in the past 10 years in crypto. 11 even. Selling a Bitcoin for $800, for example. Like, it's crazy. But what you can do is, like, if you look at the altcoin markets, for example, I am a big proponent of taking profits, right? If you already made a 10x right here in this move, while the market did a 3x, you did something pretty good, right? Take profits. Does it mean selling it all? No. If you're selling it all now and the market does this, you're gonna, you're not gonna be happy, man. So that's what you can do. You can fuck up by selling too early, right? We're all about, don't sell too late, but sell too early is, it's even more painful, because then you are not like, then you're not even participating in the cycle. At least if you write this down, you still participate in the cycle. You learn from it, as stupid as it sounds, right? So that's what you can do, right? Now, also just don't fuck up by buying every pump, right? Like you can, of course, still buy this area right here, but once we are in the middle of this, right, buy those dips, those dips, right, not the pumps. But it all looks very good. If I have to predict where we are in the cycle, like, again, time wise, this is exactly where we are, right? This right here, and we got a black swan. If we did not had the black swan, guess what have happened? Probably these candles wouldn't be here, but it would have looked like this. Something like that. It would have been boring from, basically August 2019 until April 2020, right? Would have been boring. Go up a little bit, go down a little bit, and then sideways, and then we take off. Also, if you take a look We are above that bull market support band right now, right? Or there. COVID slapped us well below it. Well below it. We got back up and we like, nah, fuck that cycle. Thanks, money printer. And we're now also steadily holding that bull market support band. Bounce, 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 plow. We go down, big wick, but still bull market support band right there. The bull market support band will go like this. I don't know exactly, right? As long as we bounce, that's good. But if the bull market support band, and I think that I have a forecast for the bull market support band as well. Yeah. We could go down again and test that bull market support band, let's say next week. That would mean we have the room to go down with like 20%. Take that 20% as an opportunity, man. Take it. Really do. Right? Because here, in this cycle as well, you can see a boom. It supports the bull market, right? So in a bear market, it's huge resistance, right? Every time we get there, we get slapped down. But in the bull market, it's the opposite. So every time we touched it, it was the buying opportunity, right? And at a certain point, we're flying so high above it that you'd be like, yeah, okay. It's the bull market gravity band or something. It's crazy, right? So if we get there, yeah, that's the opportunity that we need to take. And like I said, in the middle of it, we could still have big pullbacks, right? If you put it on the daily as well, again, yeah, then the bull market support band is not that accurate, by the way, because it's a weekly indicator. But on the daily, it sometimes feels boring, even in a bull market, right? We were here in August 2020, okay? But we were here as well in December 2020, a couple of months later. Basically went sideways, right? That's comparable to August and December this year. So we will have moments where it feels like nothing is happening. And sometimes people feel like, well, if nothing is happening, I will do something so that at least something is happening for me. Sometimes the best thing to do in this market is absolutely nothing, right? Just like if I look at this chart right now, I'd be like, yeah, you know, I want to buy some. I want to have more exposure. I want to take my profits as well. Like, but you know, this is not giving us clear directions for now. We're above the bull market support band. We're in a good time frame right now. We are sitting at some major resistance. We have some good room to go down as well. And if you want to DCA, that's fine. But overall, I do think like, yeah, we're sitting at the high. If I would have bought it anywhere, like anything in the last like 2 years was a better buying opportunity than now. So sometimes just sit in your hands and don't do that much. Then you won't be that like sad as well when you get these big dips, right? If you get a good dip, you'll be like, oh, nice, I have some cash to deploy, right? And don't buy stupid shit, okay? Like, don't do it. There is like, again, if you're here somewhere, right here, and you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I just made a couple of X's. Let's buy a Rolex or so. Let's buy something fucking useless, basically, right? A big ass television or a new phone. Yeah, that's maybe something you need, but don't buy useless shit. Because there were people like maybe, and it goes for the small things as well. People here felt like, oh yeah, just take just like $100 out, buy some new shoes, right? $20 billion market cap. Buy some new shoes for $100, and the market went here, 20 times as high. Yeah, did you just pay $2,000 for a pair of shoes? Like, that's kind of what you do, right? With higher amounts, it even sucks more. So, and I just bought a pretty expensive car myself. So, it's stupid. But I also kind of needed a car. But don't like waste your money or be like, I have money. Like, no, did you realize your gains? right? You can look at your CoinGecko portfolio, wherever you have it, and be like, I have $500,000. No, you don't. Have you sell? Did you? It's on your bank account? No, then you don't have it. As long, that's how I look at my money. As long as it's in crypto, I don't have it, right? Because the chance is not high, but the chance that the crypto market makes your money disappear is a lot higher than your bank, right? Like, you get hacked, stable coins disappear, you fall for scams, you invest in something wrong, whatever might happen. Anything could happen. People are so skeptical about banks, and yeah, at least your money is, relative safe there. Relative safe. Depends on which bank, of course. But don't spend it stupid. Don't think you have something if you don't realize it. And be a little realistic as well, man. At a certain, I remember, okay, a shot's gonna be fired right now, but I don't want to make some unclear examples. So I'm just gonna call it exactly as it is. I remember here at this top, I was watching a lot of crypto banter, right? And the things that they said, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And I'm not talking about the fact that they said you should buy Luna, like they didn't see that coming as well. You cannot blame them for that, right? Okay, let's be realistic. But you see a lot of YouTubers, and in this case, it was especially like Ren that did that. You see a lot of YouTubers talk about this altcoin will do this much X and this altcoin will do this much X. Believe me, I was the idiot that bought some of these calls. And I managed to turn $5,000 into $20 with that. Because one, those coins sucked, and two, the timing sucked. So that's really the recipe for, vanishing your money, right? Like easy, like it. Oh, I remember so well. There were so many calls right there, like K Donkey or so. I don't even know. But point is, if the market is super euphoric and you start to see that kind of videos again, well, there already are those videos. But if it's really too euphoric, look at this chart and be like, okay, where are we, right? Like, where are we right now? Don't let these YouTubers, they get so hyped and they can really drag you into that. But always think for yourself, okay? Be like, where are we? Is it like October 2024? Hey, might be a good buying opportunity still, right? But is it like October 2025? Well, if you look at the 4-year cycle, then it's, close to over already. So be very careful with what you buy. It can go up very, very quickly by then, but it can also go down very hard, right? Here it was August 21, and the market did a 3x in a couple of months. But if you bought it a couple of months later, then you could have lost a lot as well. So your timing is key. And therefore, I would say, hey, if people talk about DCA, you think about buying, right? So buy, wherever buy. But if the market does this, don't wait for this point to sell. Sell. And like, I can guarantee you on this channel, in 2025, I will be talking a lot about selling, okay? And you're not gonna like it. A lot of people are not gonna like it because the market is fucking bullish. And I will be the moron that dares to talk about selling. How come, right? It's fucking bullish. You should buy. Please. So at a certain point, I will be talking about selling. Now, it could be that I'm in a specific altcoin. I don't know. Let's take AVAX, for example, right? We bought AVAX cheap. And let's say at, just pulling out a random number out of my ass, okay? There's not a prediction. Let's say at $200, I will be talking about selling. And it goes to 300. I'll talk about selling, right? And then it goes all the way to 600. Just, again, this is not a prediction, okay? It's just an example. People will laugh at me, call me stupid, call me unprofessional, don't know what I'm doing, for selling way too soon. I already want to give that disclaimer. I'm not here to predict the top, okay? I'm not here to risk that much money to get the exact top. I'd rather buy it here too high and sell it here too low than trying to time it and miss it, and then trying to time this and miss this. DCA, in and out, okay? And to be honest, at the end of 2025, I will be 100% out of the altcoin market, except maybe the vestings that I still have coming from pre-sales, seed sales that I invest in. All my bags, spot bags, gone. Every altcoin, not a cent. Very simple. But like even AVAX, a really good project in a bear market, goes down 94%. Yeah, it's all like, I don't want to be there when that happens. Altcoins just get wrecked in a bear. And please never be like, yeah, but I've bought this altcoin and this is a really good one. This won't happen. Even AVAX, even Ethereum, basically the altcoin out there, went down 81%. It's a good way to turn $1,000 into 200. Why just not sell it here and put that $1,000 back into the market here? Otherwise, you first have to ride this whole bull market, finally go to the all-time high, and you're playing even. Well, people that bought here are already gonna dump on you. Right, so I'm gonna be completely out of the altcoin market. Nothing anymore. It doesn't matter how much I love a project or how great I think a project is, because quality does not reflect price. Okay, that doesn't. In a bull market as well. Like, is Ethereum actually worth almost 3K? I don't think so. Right? But here as well, $800. Come on. It's also quite low for where it came from. So I will sell everything. If the 4-year cycle is for some reason broken and we will go up after that, that's my risk that I'm taking. I will keep some Bitcoin though, so I'm not missing out completely. But I'm also planning on making so much money in this cycle that I can afford to miss out in the next cycle. But again, price and quality don't match. Right? I gave this example before, but look at Tesla. The stocks of Tesla in the bear market, they went down 75%. It's like a fucking altcoin, right? But this is one of the biggest companies in the world. 75% down. What was Tesla a bad company here? Did their cars like suck over here? No, it's a bear market. It just like that's what things do in a bear market. It's just what it is. Right? So even if a company like Tesla can fall 75%, believe me, your shitcoin can as well. Right? And that's the problem that I had last bull market. Yeah, a little bit. Last bear market, that I was holding on to some things. And that's like not what you want. Right? I went from sucks to tell again. I went from 0 to 200K in this bull market right here. And not even the complete bull market, right? I stepped in a little later in this bull market as well, by the way, because I was just too broke to pay anything here. That my life just sucked. But if I, just DCA'd out and I took, let's say, 120 out of that 200K here, I had 120K to invest here. I will already be a millionaire right now. Instead, I wrote a big part of the 200K just down. And I had like maybe 20K back left to invest or so. That sucks. That sucks. Knowing how it feels like to have a lot of money and then losing it again. And looking back at it and be like, it wasn't even stolen. It was just my stupid fault. Because I was too emotional. I thought it would have gone up even more. Man, if we are at the end of 2025 and you have 70K, I don't know, just pulling something, and your goal was to make 100, don't stubbornly hold on to that 70K and wait for it to be 100. Because you can also turn that 70K into less than 10K very easily. And then you would have wished that you just took that 70K. Really, that's such a big regret. And it happens to so many people. The big winners are definitely not the ones that buy the bottom and sell the top. The big losers are the ones that trying to buy the bottom and sell the top. The big winners are the ones that just DCA here in and DCA out here. Don't try to go for the biggest gains. Get just gains, right? And reshuffle. I don't know, man. I have, what's a good example right here? What I made quite some money on Ronin, for example. I bought here and I sold a lot right here. That's what, an 7x, 8x. Can Ronin go up more? Yeah. But I still have some, but I took a lot of money out of it. And I just put it into something that didn't run that hard yet. Like, for example, Chainlink or Falcon Forged, right? Like, I already got my 8x, right? Now, that's nice. If this one does another, I don't know, 3x, cool, right? And shuffle it. This video is taking pretty long, but these are some things that I think are really interesting and are crucial to know in a bull market. And because I can guarantee you guys, for the people that haven't, I don't know, when did you came in crypto? Leave a comment. I really need to know. If you're still watching the video in the first place, you're a hero. Then also let me know in the comments, when did you get into crypto? Please. Because a lot of people, they might have come in here or here, right? I can tell that, and the people that were in this bull run can 100% back that up. A bull market is 100,000 times more stressful than a bear market. Really more stressful. Really stressful. You're going to be like, oh, fuck, I should take my profits. On the other hand, I don't want to sell too soon as well. Fuck, oh, this happened so fast. That happened so fast. You don't have time to think, all right? And that sucks, especially because it comes after a period where we had a lot of time to think, right? So therefore, I hope you were prepared right here, because you won't have the time to do it right now again. So I think I'm going to drop some videos on the still prepare as far we have the opportunity, for the people that haven't. But other than that, you won't have time to think. And then what you're going to do? If you can't think, you're going to use your emotions. And that's going to fuck it up. So be brain dead, be heartless, be a zombie, basically. And just, don't even, like, I almost want to say, don't even look at your portfolio in the bull market. Just look at the chart and by, mid-end 2025, be like, okay, start selling, whatever it is, right? Didn't get emotional, nothing. But it's good to keep track of your portfolio. But I almost want to say, like, don't even look at it. but that's maybe, I don't know, not the best advice. I want to leave it there. It takes long enough. Please, if you find this valuable, like the video, you know, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Let me know what you think of my brand new studio. It took me a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I found it on Google. It's an image, but it looks quite good, right? Yeah, we're gonna make it, man. We're gonna make it, and I really want to do this together with the community. So that's the goal, guys. Let's go.